right. Let's get the monitor turned on. So we did a live stream at lunchtime and it went so well, I figured I would continue that and make some trees. Oh, you know what? Let me go grab my black light real quick. I'm going to put our starting soon. I'll be right back. All right, so this is black locust, and you almost can't see how cool. You can kind of see some yellow in it. That is black locust, and that's natural. I've not added any color like Sharpie into it. Can't see it from the back, only from the cut wood. There's the bark does not glow. And if you look in the wood shavings, you can see like wood shavings from black locust. It's the coolest thing. So we're gonna make some Christmas trees from that. And I think I can hang my light. And I don't think that'll be too dangerous. I'm going to turn it on and off throughout. All right, let's get this show on the road. Where is my hammer? Mallet. We're just going to make some Christmas trees. I made some earlier. We're going to make them out of whatever wood I can dig up. And we're going to make them till we run out of wood. S. White is here. Remind me, I think, is that... YouTube has changed all the sign-in, so I don't know if you've been here before, make sure you tell me. It's glowing because it's black locust. That's what black locust does in black light. It's the coolest thing ever. All right, I need my face shield. And we're gonna make some little Christmas trees. We made some earlier. Where did I put them? So I always come home from lunch and do a live stream. and we made these little guys at lunch today. So I'm gonna make some more about this size. We're gonna put them on the table at Thanksgiving. I think I'm gonna set them around and then maybe put somebody's name on it or whatever. But just a bunch of little Christmas trees. All different, nothing the same. So what I'm gonna do is put a tenon on this end, put it in the chuck, and then probably only one Christmas tree out of this piece. We'll see what we can do. There's Brian. Brian, thanks for coming in. It's been a while. I haven't been on much live streams at night. I've been preoccupied, so. But good to see you. Lee Harris is in. We're just doing, yeah, let me hit the lights again. We've got a few more in. This is the black locust glows under a black light. It's just so cool. I love the wood shavings. Like half of these wood shavings are black locust and half are different. It's just such a neat thing to see. Like where I have another. What else do I have? I have this. I think this is cherry, and you can see it's not glowing. Completely different, and it's all natural. Nothing's been added to it. All right, I think I'm gonna do 2 trees out of this. It's to get it round is getting it pretty small, so I'm gonna do 2. Oh, sorry to hear about that, Brian. That's tough. As our parents start aging. Hey, I'm making some more trees. How was your day?
Okay.
Did you watch it at all? They're cool.
Oh, I love them. Thank you. Are you doing a live stream right now?
Yeah. Yep.
You want to
Okay.
do your actual or no?
No, it's nice out.
Okay. I'm going to look in it.
Okay. Oh, I almost made it too small, but it's gonna work. 94. I think my mom's 85. Something like that. 80. I think my dad would have been 85. All right, I'm not even gonna put the live center on. I'm just gonna kind of go slow. Do the first one from here. So I can kind of take my time now. At lunch is hard because I only have a few minutes. And have to go really fast. Oh, I put the chicken all in there. So typically what I do is I will make it into a cone and then cut into it, and then they're all in a line. You don't have to worry about unequal spaces. So just a little sanding, and then I'm going to put some polish on it, some wax polish. All right, and that's it. Then we'll cut it off. And there you go. They're not fancy, like it's nothing's, there's no color on them. I just love some of this wood is, it does its own thing. And like this one, being that it's black locust, if we put a black light on it, it'll light up with a black light. That's pretty cool. You can see it's actually glowing on its own, completely on its own. No coloring added. There's all the wood shavings are glowing. It's just, it's such a neat wood to turn. All right, let's do some more. I think we can get one more little tree out of this. You know what I should have done? I was just thinking of this. I should have made all the little ornaments on the top out of the black locust and made the regular part of the tree from a different kind of wood. And then when you turn the black light on, it would just glow the ornaments on the top. That would have been pretty cool. Maybe we'll do that with some. That's a two-step process, and that I don't have time for that. So, hey, Benjamin Winkle is in. Thank you. Thank you for that comment. Can you make a Christmas tree with a star on top? I'm just doing round things today. I tried to do a star, and I don't have a scroll saw to make really small cutout things. So probably won't do a star today. I don't know if any of you have turned black locust before or used it, but it has a definite smell to it. I like this one. That's nice. It smells kind of like an old man that's been drinking and smoking cigars or something. His breath. It's kind of weird. But it's not an entirely pleasant smell, I don't think. All right, I am at 5 now. This one on the end, this is my favorite so far. I'm gonna make a couple of those. These two are black locust. So here, we'll do the light thing again. And you can see the difference. See the difference between the black locust and the other is, I think, pear, but they just glow. It's so neat. All right, I've got two more pieces of black locust. We'll make a few of those. This technique with standard trims, you just sand the sides. Oh, I could do that. Yeah, we could try that. I see what you're saying. I smell what you're stepping in. All right. I wonder if this would fit in my chuck. That would be cool. I don't think it will. Nope. Oh, won't fit. This one's got a pretty good crack in it. Let's hope it stays together. All right, I'm just eyeballing the centers, and here we go. We'll do another one. Just keep going. For those of you that are thinking about getting into wood turning, I have a love-hate relationship with carbides. Part of it is I've never bought new carbide tips, but you can see how fast that rounded it off. So I can't entirely say that I don't like them. But I love my traditional tools. I feel like I can be more aggressive, but that wasn't bad right there. This black locust is not an extremely hard wood. While we're switching over, if you're here for the first time, I did a live stream today at around noon and had almost 100,000 views, and 99.6% of the views were unsubscribed. So if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. I'd love to have your subscription, or give it a thumbs up, and that just tells YouTube that this type of content is good. And I know we've all seen what's on vertical live streams, so we want to make sure we tell YouTube that this is what we want to see. I hugely appreciate it. Also, if you have a wood turning channel, I know Benjamin Winkle has one, a couple others in here. If you have a wood turning channel, please put your channel name and into the chat so others can find you and we can all help each other grow. All right, I'm going to try. Careful, Junior. Be careful. I don't want to have to put you in timeout, but I will. I'm going to try to do the star. So I need to go in, out, in, out, in, and then back out, and then in. Okay. I think we can do this. I think that'll do it. Got a chip here, so that's the side we'll sand. I think that'll do it. Looking from the side, kind of. Maybe the top part's a little too heavy. Let's go. Oh wait, I gotta go in and then cut this in. There we go. There we go. That's looking like a star. Okay. Now we'll keep going with our tree. I think I'm gonna just do a smooth one. Now, before I cut this off, I'm gonna do the sand to the start, just in case I need to just cut it off if it looks stupid. It looks pretty cool. Oh, I'm not zoomed in. There you go. That looks neat. I like that. There, we'll have to do some more of those. I like that. Now, when I put the wax on, I've got to be careful not to put the wax up there, because that could take my finger off, probably. Or catch and break, and I don't want to do that. All right, Junior needs a point. Junior's leaving. Thanks for stopping in, Junior. Sorry about that. Kevin Dorica is in. Thanks for stopping in. And it held together, even with that big crack in it. We got a star on top. Looks somewhat okay. I see what you're saying, Benjamin. Make it a little bit smaller, make our cuts a little more exaggerated, but it's star-shaped. We'll take it. We'll put that up here with the rest of them. I need about 12. So, do you think I can get a little one out of this? I don't think so. I'm gonna call it. That's too short. I get too close to the chuck. We'll do something. Small file. I was thinking about that. We can do that later. We won't do that now. Man. Let's get another piece of wood on here. All right, last piece of black locust. Anybody have a shape in mind? Need moderators? I usually have moderators, but this is not a regular time I do live streams, so it's all right. Just ignore them. All right. Junior Lopez is sending flowers and jewels. I don't know anything about that, so I will have to look into it, but thank you. Thanks for that. Junior, just Junior. Okay. Michael Wilson is in. I put 2 10-ins on it because this one might be too small. I think this end's a little bit bigger. We'll see. I don't want it to be too small. We are making Christmas trees. I am making Christmas trees. Little Christmas trees. For Thanksgiving meal, dinner. Penn Turner, Michael Wilson. What's your channel, Mike? Do you have a channel, Michael? YouTube changed everything, so it's by like username, not channel handle. It's kind of weird. Board handcrafted woodwork. Okay, I will check that out. There we go. Oh, I'm already subscribed. Already subscribed. Okay. Nice. Couple shorts. You need to make more videos. Let's get to it. All right. Get back in. I'm gonna make, I think I can get 2 trees out of this one. All right, since this is the last piece, I'm going to do the light thing again. This is black locust, and I'm going to set my block of plywood here so you can see the difference. And this is a black light. You can see how bright that black locust reflects the black light, and regular wood does not. So I think that is really cool. Like the wood shavings, you can see half of them are glowing. It's all natural. There's no color added. That is natural black locust. And when I turn the light on, it all disappears. Ready? It just goes right back to wood color, like it never happened. One of the coolest things. I love it. All right, separate this one. There we go. Just simple, nothing fancy. Takes about 5-10 minutes. Put that up here with the rest of them. What do we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. We got 7. Let's get one more out of this. There's Kylie, Sierra Morris, or Kylie. Thanks for stopping in. Figured you'd be in sooner or later. So when I use this tool right here, I'm actually going to sharpen it before I use it again. This is a Sawzall blade, a reciprocating saw, and all I did was grind the teeth off and shove it in a handle. And it is my thin parting tool. I love this thing. I use it all the time. I'm going to sharpen it. Not hard to do. Goes pretty quick. Use gloves. No, never use gloves on a lathe. Never use gloves. Not on a lathe. They can get wrapped up. Don't want to do that. Maybe racing, but not working a lathe. No gloves, sleeves, long hair, loose fitting clothes, all that stuff. Gonna paint them? No, I'm not gonna paint them. These are made out of really good, nice looking wood grain. So I'm putting some polish wax on them. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, all right. It didn't fly off. We can save it. We can save it. Let me get my Satellite City thin CA glue. CA glue is just brand you might have heard of, super glue. Oh shoot, that came out too fast. Well, it's all CA glue, like a fast curing type. Oh, man, can't get it on there straight. Luckily not too fast. All right, is that gonna set? Oh, still moving. And then I've got the accelerator spray, so I can get it to set where I want it. This is that crack that's running through. Let's get some capillary action happening. Hold it in place. Spray it. Well, it stuck to my finger. Didn't stick to the part. There we go. All right, we fixed it. Fixed. $100. I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet every day. There. Good as new. All right, feet for hands. Feet for hands. I think that's a compliment. I don't think that's a slam. I obviously think you've been talking to people. If my feet look like hands, I shudder to think what your feet look like. I'm just kidding. But I don't think it's going to break. If anything's going to break, it's going to be the ornament on the top. A little bit of glue in there, but I think that's gonna work. I always cut it off a little bit concave so it sits flat. It's a squat little tree. Put that up with the rest of them. Yeah, we've got a little forest gathering up there. All right, what lathe am I using? This is the Wen 12-inch mechanical speed shift. I do not have the electronic. I wanted more horsepower and less things to break. So I went with the mechanical. It's a good idea. We do those in our workshop. Easy, cheap. Oh, absolutely. Christmas trees are the easiest Christmas gift. It's like kind of a neat thing to put like on the side of a present, or I might use them as table settings at Thanksgiving. Maybe. All right, this is one that I had started, but I didn't finish from lunchtime. And it's got a knot in it, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. This one might actually break off, but I've got enough to put. This looks like cherry. Yeah, I think that's cherry. It should be fairly easy to turn. Well, this is still pear. This is very tough wood. And I'm hitting that knot. So I'm going to use my bowl gouge. I don't know if that's going to work or not. I think it'll work. It'll look neat. Dellen's live. All right, we'll see you, Kylie. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what Dellen's live is. Kylie, if you're still there, I have some Christmas trees you can paint. After the live stream, I'll go downstairs and get them. All right, let's put some wax on it. D.O. Mellon's handmade woodworking. 30 says, let's meet and talk live. Huh. I'll have to look into that. I don't do a lot of group functions. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm at the level of some of these guys that there's some really talented woodworkers / wood turners. I don't know. I always get too nervous. I'm not much of a team player. But yeah, I'll check it out, definitely. Something to watch anyway. Sprague, I've seen Sprague. He's pretty good. He's from Canada, I think, right? Chess pieces? It could be. Could be. Just little Christmas trees. All right, let's separate this one. Go. Kind of like it with that. Has that knot? I might dig that out a little bit more. Got some picks and stuff. I can dig that out, but that looks pretty cool. I like that. Little features. Got a few trees. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 3 more, 3 or 4, but we may not do them all tonight. I've got a day tomorrow. I'm taking a vacation day from work tomorrow. 6, 7, 8, 9. Taking a vacation day tomorrow to help prepare for Thanksgiving. All right. Starting to put things where I don't remember, so need to start remembering. Getting dark out. Oh, it's already dark out. I'm working out in my garage, and I have everything on wheels so I can put it all back and park my truck in the garage. That's why you've been hearing cars go by. I like it. I like the fresh air. And it's kind of warm today, so. Yes, Thanksgiving on Thursday. So I took tomorrow off. I'll get off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's like a little vacation. I'm so excited. So what is Dave James sausage fingers? Thank you. What is everyone's plans for this week? Where are you from? If you're from the States, are you celebrating Thanksgiving? What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving? What are you thankful for? I am thankful for my sausage fingers. They are not piano fingers. I wish they were, but there we are. But they're strong working fingers. All right. This one, to follow that contour, is going to kind of split itself into two trees, so I put a tenon on the other side, and I will just separate them right from the beginning. Oh, guys, the handle just broke off my... I have tape on it so it doesn't ring on the side. Look at that. Maybe the screw just came out. Oh, the screw came out. I think we can put that back together. I think I should probably put some Loctite on that. From England, carol singing on Thursday, Christmas fete on Saturday, church on Sunday. Christmas party on Saturday, church on Sunday. All right. Oh, I don't have my Loctite is downstairs, so I'm going to put a drop of super glue on those threads. Loctite or cross thread, right? That's how you do it. Gotta have that in there. Grab a screwdriver. course, there is a rule, right, about finding a flat screwdriver. When you need a straight one, or a Phillips, and a Phillips when you need a flat. Man, where are all my flat screwdrivers? Probably shouldn't have put that super glue on so quick. All right, don't watch. I'm not using the right tool. All right, we are back in business. It's on. Put that one on next. Rough cut. All right. Who's in the chat? Duncan. All right, Duncan's leaving. Thanks for coming in. You know, I've never had a Swiss Army knife. I've always had a pocket knife, but not a Swiss Army knife. Not one with a flat screwdriver. So the problem is too, half of my workshop is in the basement and the other half is here in the garage. So I need to commit. Right. Oh, Junior's back. Junior's back sending jewels. I don't know what jewels are. But thank you. Thanks, Junior. Mike Stanifer's in. Hey, Mike. I'm just making Christmas trees. I think this might be my last one for the night. I'm starting to get cold. Feels like it's cooling off out here in the garage. We might make one more. We'll see. So some people will tell you not to use fabric rags on a lathe. I like using fabric rags on a lathe, but I never will wrap it around my hand. I never do that. Always hold it so that if it takes it, it'll just take it. It won't take any part of your body with it. And if you're cognizant of that, you'll do fine. That it could at any point rip it right out of your hand. Ooh, that split. I'm going to cut that on the bandsaw. That came right out of the, look at it, just broke apart. Hold, please. There we go. Another tree. Christmas tree is, author, you can believe what you'd like, and I'm sure that everything's based in something, but I'm not going to say that because you believe that a Christmas tree is in your house that you worship Satan. And that, I don't believe that. I don't think anybody would fall for that propaganda. It's a distraction from Christ and what Christ teaches. And you can do that on your own channel, but not on this one. So if you want to distract from Christ, go find a channel. But for this one, we're not going to. We believe in Jesus. I believe that Jesus is the author and finisher of my faith. And that when I die, I'm going to go to heaven. And what you believe about Christmas trees may be different than what I believe. But I am celebrating the birth of Christ. So everything's based in something. I just don't know why, like, you would come into a live stream and start saying this is anyone who has a Christmas tree actually has a pagan bow or bow. I don't know. What's the purpose? I mean, you know what else is pagan? Buttons and zippers, but I'm not going to not wear buttons and zippers, so we could be like saying that you're saying that me making Christmas trees is part of a pagan ritual, right? Oh. You're detracting. You're changing the subject, brother. If you're gonna come into a live stream and say that what somebody's doing is not what they think that it is, then let's stick to the point. Part of a satanic ritual in worshiping Satan, I guess I picture it as the same thing. I don't know, I don't have a lot of experience in that area. So, what should we do? I mean, obviously, so here's what happened. The early church was trying to compete with Satan worship. So what you cannot do when you're competing with something like that is you cannot go into a community like pagan idol worship and say what you're doing is wrong. What you're doing is anti-Christ, anti-gospel, whatever. And this is the early church, so they're just getting the word out. What you do is you go in and you say, we're going to take parts of what you do that you're comfortable with and transform that into something that has to do with Jesus. So that's what they did. Yes, a lot of the stuff have roots in pagan practices, but we don't have to remember that. We don't have to attribute what we do to that. There are much bigger battles to fight. I know where my heart is. All right, I'm going to... I mean, what's the alternative? Present me with an alternative. I think you left. Huh? Sorry about that. When do you celebrate the birth of the Christ? Yeah, so a lot of people don't. We don't really know the exact time and day. So they picked a day. Now, here's the thing. If we say, what do I want to do here? Do one there, yeah, one there. What was I going to say? Let me think about it now. I forget where I was going. My wife came out and wanted me to get her soda. We keep our soda in the garage. So yeah, that's the question. When do you celebrate, or should we celebrate the birth of Christ? There is a whole segment of people that don't celebrate any holiday. Now, do I think that we have taken a beautiful time of worship and turned it into something absolutely commercial as a society? Yes. I'd love to get back to where Christmas was more about the birth of Christ than buying gifts. But here we are. if this one's gonna break like the last one. Wood carts? What kind of carts? Like wagon? Wood carts. I don't know what you mean. Cart. Oh, cannon. That would be cool. I did a little air cannon one time. It's one of the videos on my channel, but I have so many videos now they're hard to find. But I did make a cannon and I hooked up my air compressor to it. Ooh, that's nice. And it fired off a little wooden bullet. Look at that, that's cool. I just used the rag and the friction to make some black rings on it. I like that. Little carts wood. Okay. That's cool. Any woodworking is awesome. This one has some black lines on it. I love these. Love the natural look. See if this will fit on the shelf. There we go. All right, where we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're almost there. All right, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. Watch for me. Definitely subscribe so you see when I'm back on. We make all kinds of stuff, so check out the rest of the channel, and we will see you tomorrow. Just please remember, you have purpose, you have value, and you are loved. God bless.